Monday morning. I am at the Mucky Duck today, but I need to take some cards and things up to the Chantry tomorrow. So I need to get loads of stuff together today. This morning it's like 20 to 9 and I leave at 9:30. So I can get the finish off putting the Chantry cards together for tomorrow, because I didn't get a chance to do that over the weekend, and just trying to gather lots and lots of things to do, because if it's not busy at the Mucky Duck, it's like, well, it's kind of boring, but the headspace that I'm in at the minute, it's really hard to not think about things. Obviously some of you know that I've been struggling with some stuff and I thought things were getting easier, but it's tough at the minute, and I still want to bring vlogs to you, and there's obviously limited opportunity when I can record, especially when I'm at the shop, so I need to focus on other things. Trust that time will work things out for me, and keep busy. Monday update. You can see me backlit by the lights. Not the only difference between now and the last clip this morning, in that it's been a fairly good day. I didn't sell anything, but stuff got sold. It went quite quickly, and I'm in a slightly better headspace. And I think that's a lot of it. It's my mindset that I need to change and give myself time to work things out and take it one day at a time. Anyway, part of the reason why it went quite quickly is because I am trying to catch up with Inktober. So I did yesterday's prompt. I'm doing botanical prompts. I think it's a woman called Louise Gale on Instagram, and I don't know if it's this year's prompts or last year's, but I wanted to do some botanical ones, and that's the only one I could find. So this is a tritium, and then the previous days, this one's my favourite, the ginkgo leaf, and that's that way up. That is a rose. That is actually from a photo of one of our roses in the garden. So that is quite nice to do. Maybe what I should have done is make my own list of plants that I have in the garden. Whether I've got 31 or not, I don't know. Or maybe my house plants as well. That's maybe what I should have done. So yeah, that really kind of makes the time pass, which is nice. In the morning I took some cards to put the little watercolour commission slips into for taking to the Chantry tomorrow, because I hadn't done that. I didn't get around to doing it yesterday, and I ran out of slips, so I need to do that now. But I don't think I've got that many cards to do. I think most of them are stuffed. I just need to cut the pieces of paper and put them in. Came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reap me for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. As you can see from this vlog, it's been quite a rollercoaster week this week, and I was going to record this segment yesterday when I was a lot more positive and felt like I was turning a corner, and I wish I had, because this morning I'm a little kind of dipped down a tiny bit, but I just need to keep pushing forward and making the best of what I've got and trust in the universe. And like I said in the previous clips, time is going to help, and that positive mindset and keeping busy, which I certainly feel like I've been doing. I've had hardly any time to do any art this week. It's Thursday while I'm doing this voiceover, and I need to edit the video, but I really need to actually do some art other than the Inktober. I do have 2 Inktobers to catch up on. I know it's hard for me to kind of share and for you to understand what's going on in my head with the struggles, because I don't really want to say much about what's happening, but maybe when I'm in a better place and everything's kind of settled down, maybe I can share a little bit of what's been going on and what struggles I've had. And hey, I'm an artist, even though I don't necessarily believe that all artists have demons and need to bring their work from a place of darkness, because I just paint nice things and I just want everything to be nice. Quite possibly, as a creative person, I have got those demons, and that's what's occurring at the minute. Or that I never thought I was somebody that struggled with life, and perhaps this is the struggle at the minute. Once again, it's Wednesday and I feel like I've run out of time. It gets to Wednesday and I go, oh my god, I've got to finish the vlog and edit it. So it's been one of those weeks, as I've just said in the previous clip. But I did want to just show you this last thing this week before I forget. I was at my mum's at the weekend, and she's kind of, well, she moved into a smaller flat than her bungalow, and she's been slowly trying to get rid of a lot of things, and she's got a couple of big Bibles. That one was her grandfather's, I think, which is a Welsh Bible, and it's got names of like the children and when they were born and things in the front, and it's got lots of newspaper clippings in it, and obviously being Welsh it's a little bit unusual, so she's going to keep that. She has also has a bit, I mean they're big books. I don't have anything that they're like this big. She's also got a Bible that was my granddad's, and I don't want them because that's not particularly part of our lives, and it's a big book. But I did wonder if I could, I've seen people do altered books, so they get old books and they tear some pages out, they gesso pages together and they use it as a journal, like an art journal. And I've always kind of thought, oh well, somebody might read that, or like if it's damaged and missing pages then fair enough. But if you can read a book, and if you're not going to read it yourself, I kind of feel like you could pass it on to somebody who would. So I had wondered whether to do that with this big Bible, and in the front it had a plate that said that it was presented to Harold, who was my granddad, by Magwyn, who was my grandma, hence the Welsh side. Because, and I'd forgotten this story, but my mum told it to me, my granddad was Catholic, and my grandma wasn't. And the Catholic Church, apparently, because she wasn't going to convert to Catholicism, apparently excommunicated my granddad for a while. And then, oh, I forget, my mum's just told me this. When they weren't going to have, like after they had my mum, they weren't going to have any more children. So I think the Catholic Church kind of accepted my granddad back in again, because they weren't going to have any more children who would have to be brought up in the Catholic faith. So I think they kind of obviously forgave him for having 2 kids not in the Catholic faith. So this was the Bible that, when he kind of went back in, was presented by my grandma. So my mum, I thought it was a little bit big. I would have kept the plate, and I think if my mum gives the Bible away, then I think she probably will tear the plate out so she can keep it. But then she said that she also had this, which was my granddad's, and it's a Catholic missal. And again, it's got in the front, presented to Harold in 1958. Again, that will have been after my grandma and granddad got married. So I know this might offend some people because they might think it's sacrilegious. And I kind of said to my mum, well, I would probably turn this into an altered book, because it's a small size, it's not massive. And I kind of was like, oh, will my granddad turn in his grave? And she went, no, I don't think he will. So I thought that might be quite a nice thing to do, because it belonged to my granddad, and he died when I was 5. And I don't know why I'm getting upset. It's just all the emotions of this week. That's my plan for this. So I mean, I might keep some of the parts of the illustrations, because there are quite a lot of illustrations in here. I mean, there might be lessons in here of morality and stuff, that words that kind of speak to me. I haven't obviously gone through it. Please forgive me if I have offended anybody by saying that I am going to paint over all the words in here. On that note, I will wrap the vlog up. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Leave me a comment, tell me if you're offended, or tell me if you think it's alright. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye.